This here is the all-new Hyundai Stargazer X. And hey, it's an X I wouldn't mind riding. Who the f wrote this script?
Okay, now that I've got your attention, this is the all-new Hyundai Stargazer X, and the design has moved on from its previous generation. It costs about 1,378,000 Philippine pesos for this top-spec IVT variant, and it looks modern and stylish while still maintaining the practicality of what it's always been known for. Now, if you're looking for something that can do 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3 seconds, go somewhere else. But if you need something comfy for you and the family that isn't as big as a Hyundai Staria, you need to consider this ride.
This is fried chicken, specifically from McDonald's. Now, you might be wondering, why in the world am I eating in this car review? Allow me to explain why it makes so much sense for a car like this. First of all, you have a table like this. That's pretty unique. It's also very convenient for your passengers to comfortably eat here in the back. All right, that's one. Number two, you have rubberized floor mats. So if in case the kids spill food while you're on a trip, mom and dad won't get too mad because this car's got plenty of easy to clean surfaces. You have rubberized deep dish floor mats from the first row all the way to the third row. So if in case the kids spill anything, hey, it's easy to clean. Just wash, just rinse, just dry, and you're pretty much good to go. And because it's rubberized, there you go. It's pretty ready for the long run. And number three, this chicken's just so damn good. Bakit ba? Love ko to eh. Pa-pa-da-pa-pa.
The seats in the second row are very spacious for a tall guy. Do remember though that you can adjust it depending if you need to make space for people in the third row. Isofix tethers? Yes. Airbags? Of course. But take a look at this. Your center armrest blends in with the backrest so you can fold it down for easy access to the back.
Okay, I am rather fascinated by this, but there's surprisingly a lot of space here in the third row for a guy of my height. I'm 6 feet tall, and granted that we adjusted the middle row seats to make space for anybody sitting here in the third row, but as you can see, it is very functional. The knee room is functional and the headroom is pretty good considering the price and the size of this SUV in general. Or it's not even an SUV, this is an MPV. It just looks like an SUV. Now, here inside the Stargazer from the third row, yes, there is air conditioning in the second row, but it goes all the way here in the third row. That also goes well with your large windows so you don't feel claustrophobic if you're to be stuck in traffic in the back of this MPV. You also have cup holders on each side for your convenience and as well as for your comfort, and a 12-volt socket on this side. There is also a grab handle here for easy ingress and egress on the third row. Now, one more thing I'm also going to like about this car from this point of view is down below, your floor mats. The floor mats for this MPV extends all the way here to the third row, so maintaining it or keeping it clean even here in the back will not be difficult. Yes, you can still use a vacuum cleaner, but if you don't have a vacuum cleaner, all you need is a wet and dry rag to properly wipe down and keep these surfaces pretty clean, like brand new.
The front seats of the Stargazer gives you such a modern look. The large windows are great for visibility, and you have 2 screens in the middle with wireless connectivity and something called quiet mode, which works well when you're traveling and the kids are sleeping in the back. The center console is a new thing here, especially when it comes to your air conditioning settings. They are touch sensitive, but they're made with a matte finish, and so it will be built to be durable for the long run. And yes, there are still physical buttons and as well as a wireless charging pad to go with everything else.
There's a small little detail about the Stargazer that I noticed from the front that kind of stands out to me. It's this. Right here. Now, this little panel here could be anything, but it says maximum 1 kilogram, and there's a mount right here. So it made me wonder what exactly was going on, and in the pursuit of trying to figure it out, I actually googled up the average weight of an iPhone with a phone mount on it, and I got anywhere from 200 to 500 grams, give or take, depending on the iPhone that you have, the particular variant, or the phone mount that you did buy with that particular phone. And if you connect that dot to this little dot of information, folks, I think we have a phone mount for this car.
Under the hood, you still carry the same engine and transmission from the previous generation, and that should not be a point of concern for newbie owners for the simple fact that the previous engine was pretty good. The previous engine gave you a fine line between comfort and performance while being as frugal as possible. You're still getting the same SmartStream G 1.5-liter engine that produces 115 PS of power and 144 Nm of torque, all mated to the Intelligent Variable Transmission, or also known as the IVT.
You also get 4 drive modes, namely Normal, Eco, Sport, and Smart when it comes to the Stargazer X. Now, when we're talking about estimated fuel economy figures, you have 10.5 kilometers per liter in the city, which is pretty good, and out on the open road, it can get as good as 18.5 kilometers per liter. There's no doubt that you are getting a very frugal car when it comes to the Hyundai Stargazer X. Now, a lot of that does have to do with how the engine properly blends in with the transmission and the overall weight of this MPV. Now, it is important to know though that when it comes to fuel economy figures in general, how you drive and where exactly you drive is a very important metric. But the way I see it though, with this particular car, the Hyundai Stargazer X, with the way it's positioned, I think getting double-digit fuel economy figures could be the norm for this internal combustion engine.
The dimensions of the all-new Hyundai Stargazer X are as follows. For length, it's about 4,610 millimeters, and for width, you get 1,820 millimeters. All of this gives you a height of 1,740 millimeters with a wheelbase of 2,780 millimeters.
Now, if you're worried about safety when it comes to this car, do take note that the Stargazer X is also equipped with the latest Hyundai SmartSense, giving you so much advanced driver assistance features, making your drive easier. That's also complemented by your dual front and side airbags when it comes to this car, so that you have so much peace of mind wherever you go with the family when it comes to this MPV. Now, if you're looking for closest benchmarks or closest alternatives to the Stargazer X, it could be the Mitsubishi Expander, or perhaps the Suzuki XL7, or the Suzuki Ertiga, or even the Nissan Grand Livina. Or is it Livina? I haven't heard that name in a long time.
The front of the Stargazer brings in a more modern look, as seen with the redesigned front grille with the repositioned headlights and DRLs. When it comes to this particular variant, you have plenty of black cladding, giving this car that look that makes it more than ready for any adventure.
The Stargazer X gives you 190 millimeters of ground clearance, and when you look at this car from this point of view right here, it really gives you a look of how this car is ready for a great adventure. Now, that's done because of the black cladding that you have for your side panels, and as well as your 17-inch black alloy wheels. You will also notice that you have a roof rail up on top, which is load bearing. And if we're talking about stopping power, this car's got disc brakes for both the front and as well as for the back. Now, looking at this side here for the Stargazer, you will also notice that the rear lights do continue the H-shaped pattern that you got from the previous generation, but this one has a little bit more black accents to complete the overall X look. A spoiler up on top, yes, a wiper, and as well as your backup camera down below to complete the overall look and practicality of the Stargazer X. Now, the color that we have here is red and black. That might be your thing. But if it's not, don't worry. The Hyundai Stargazer X variant is also available in a gray and black theme or a white and black theme. Comfort is one of the big highlights when it comes to getting a Hyundai. That happens all the time no matter what car you get from the Hyundai lineup. Now, when it comes to the Stargazer, you do have McPherson's at the front and torsion beams at the rear, giving you a pretty good ride quality when it comes to this MPV. Now, that's standard along the way. All of that also goes well with your 190 millimeters of ground clearance and your 17-inch alloy wheels with disc brakes for both the front and as well as for the back. So yes, it is very easy to get comfy with this car. And look, I'm driving through traffic and it's not very difficult to move around, especially with the overall visibility that you have with a car like this. So, comfy? Yes. Frugal? Yes. Easy to drive? Absolutely. But how practical can this MPV be? Well, let's talk about cargo. So that's the kind of space you have with the third row seats in place with the Stargazer X. You could theoretically fit a 6-foot person there in the back. Now, it wouldn't be comfortable, but it works. Just make sure the person has a pulse. Okay, now talking about this car though here in the back, yes, it's a very practical MPV. And if you need more space, the upside with a car like this is that it is very much easy to fold your third row seats down. And once you do, look, there's plenty more space. Fold the second row and everything folds flat so you could be able to properly put things here inside. And if you're wondering how much space it looks like with this in place, let's bring out the wagon. Hey man, where's the car? Oh look, there it is. Okay, now again, this is our wagon. It makes so much sense when we use it during taping days. And yeah, it fits in my backpack, a couple of coolers, does the job. Now, here inside the Stargazer, without having to really fold or unfold it as much, this is the kind of space you can do with that in place. I don't have to fold it and I could fit in everything else. Now, that's not recommended, especially if I'm going to be driving on the highway, but if push comes to shove and I'm in a rush, that actually works. And look, even with the wagon in the back, there's still plenty of space to fit in other things. Now again, though, we're only talking about the cargo space that you have inside the Stargazer. You gotta remember that your roof rails are also very functional. Just ask your Hyundai dealership on how to properly put accessories on it should you be curious to add more accessories to your ride.
Hyundai has a lot of cars in their lineup, and in the past, we've featured a few of them already. We first tried out the Hyundai Custom, which was a comfy premium minivan, which eventually led us to trying out the all-new Hyundai Tucson Hybrid, which was a stylish-looking, fun, and very practical SUV. And just over the most recent holiday season, we tried out the all-new Hyundai Staria 9-seater edition, which was a perfect road trip car for my family. So with all of that being said, what's the deal with the all-new Hyundai Stargazer X?
It's an ideal starter car for the young family or the practical car buyer who wants an MPV with some SUV character. The roof rails up on top are load-bearing, and when you look inside, it's comfy. It gives you a commanding presence on the road, it's ready for action, and there's plenty of easy-to-clean surfaces, making long-term ownership a good thing when it comes to this car. And all of that goes well with an engine that's ready to give you good performance at high and at low speeds while being as efficient as possible. If all of that makes sense to you, and you're fine with the price of 1.3 million Philippine pesos when it comes to this ride, well, it's time to say annyeonghaseyo to the idea of having this car in your garage.